Hey, what's up everybody, and thanks for tuning into On Reefer. This is Ryan with a special video today for you. In today's video, we're going to be discussing my top 5 tips for keeping a reef tank under 10 gallons. Now, before we jump into this video, full disclaimer, this is what works for me. Every tank is different. Everybody has a little bit different system going on. So take this with a grain of salt, take what you like from it and don't like from it, and make a recipe of your own. So, jumping right in, my first tip is going to be the most important tip of this whole video, so pay close attention, and that is do weekly water changes. In my tank here, I have about 5 gallons of total water volume. I do 1 gallon a week. I use these 2 little great buckets here. That's my assistant Crush. Everybody say hi to Crush. Alright. So I use these 2 buckets here. The red one I keep my salt water in, or I mix my new salt water in. My blue one I actually use for a top off during the week, and then use it to take all my old water out. That way I make sure I'm getting the same amount in and out of the tank every time. Alright, so my second tip is going to be don't overstock your tank. This one is extremely important for having a Nano or Pico aquarium like this. If you overstock your tank, you are going to be in a world of hurt with overloads of nitrates and potential phosphates. So just make sure you guys keep those stocking levels low. I mean, there really shouldn't be more than 1 fish in any tank of this size. I know some people do it, but keep that stock list low. Don't get too excited. Also keep that in mind with your inverts too. You don't need to get too crazy with your inverts. Alright, so my tip number 3 is to go ahead and feed lightly. On my tank here, what I feed is these 2 products. I do the aminos, 2 drops every day. Like I said, I've got about a 5 gallon total water volume, and then I hit it with about 1 or 2 flakes a day, and that's just to feed my sexy shrimp. I also do keep pods in this tank. I restock all my pods about once every 3 months or so, and that's just for my Rainforest goby. And also it does help keep a big or a little tank like this clean. My number 4 tip for this video is going to be keeping it topped off. Now, a lot of people in a lot of videos you watch will probably say, go get an auto top off, go get an auto top off, go get an auto top off. They are not wrong. I personally just like to use manual top off methods. I have one of these bottles here, as you can see, and my tank is in a high traffic area, so twice a day I just come by, put a little water in. Not that big a deal, but you gotta keep these things topped off, because with these low water volumes, as soon as that tank starts to get a little low on fresh water, that salinity is gonna swing, and it's gonna swing fast. Alright, so that brings us to our 5th and final tip, and that is going to be to scrub your frags. When you do a small tank like this, scrubbing your frags is extremely important. You want to make sure that everything you put in your tank is dipped and scrubbed and there is no pest on there. You get a pest problem in a tank like this, it is going to be a huge headache. You have to be very careful of what you put in your tanks when you're doing something this small. If you have an outbreak of aptasia, or you have an outbreak of bubble algae, or any kind of nuisance, it is going to be a pain in the neck to get out of a tank this small. You have to remember, when you do a tank this small, it starts to become a lot harder to find things to combat those things. You know, if I were to have aptasia in here, I could potentially do the nudibranchs, the Bergia nudibranchs, but I probably wouldn't want to put a peppermint shrimp in this tank because it would start going with my anemone shrimp. You definitely couldn't do a filefish in a tank this small. So really make sure to scrub those frags. Alright, well that's all I got for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed this, learned a little bit from it, and take this home and apply some of these things to your tank. And if there's anything you thought I left out, or anything you guys liked, feel free to drop it in the comments. Make sure to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Bye now.